the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept you like a focus. Agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me. Needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find the me in me.
The Short Sport by King David Jordan.
Okay. How's everybody doing today? Let's go. It's love. It's a special King Bo show. A very special King Bo show today. It's Valentine's Day. It's Love Day. I hope everybody is ready to be in love. Show me that list.
Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BRG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is listed in the book, we good. Show me the list. Show me the list. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talking about they the best. We the best, yes. Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BRG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is listed in the book, we good.
Listen, tonight, we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl review. Y'all know who won, why, where was King right, where was King wrong. Then we talked to something that I brought up last week and it happened. Coach Steve Wilks was fired. Is this the right thing? We talk about the Usher halftime show. Then we jump into Valentine's Day. You know what you can do, show me the list, let's go.
Show me the list. Show me the list. Everybody talk about they the best. Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BRG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is listed in the book, we good. Show me the list. Show me the list. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talking about they the best. We the best, yes. Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BRG walking the God we trust. As long as our
Please don't go, just stay with me. Please just stay with me. Promise me you'll never leave. And I promise me you'll never leave. Please don't go, just please don't go, just please don't go, just stay with me.
Y'all know what the day is, it's Valentine's Day. Woo! Let's go!
Promise me you'll never
I hope you guys are ready to have a good time.
I promise me you'll never
I hope you guys are ready, man. I hope you guys are having fun. We're having fun today. I hope you guys are good. Hello, how's everybody doing? It's your boy the KDJ special show tonight. Man, we came in a little late tonight, but we're gonna get it anyway. Happy Valentine's Day to all the people, to all the people. I gotta say happy Valentine's Day to all my people, all the ladies. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope your day went well. Hope your day went well. I just say, you know, for the K, DJ King Joe, I just want to say, for me to yours, happy Valentine's Day. I know y'all ready, right? You know, if you didn't get a rose, here's your rose. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day, having a great time. It's your boy King Joe. You guys are having a fantastic day. I know I'm having a fantastic week. Welcome to the King Bo Show. I am your host, King Joe. Bo is out doing the. He's doing the love thing. He's doing the love thing. Bo's out doing the love thing today, man. So I hope you guys are really, really having a good day and having a good time today. Man, it's gonna be a quick show because there's a special tonight. We're having a special tonight, and we're gonna be on real quick. We're gonna talk about Super Bowl review. We're gonna talk about 49ers, Usher headline Super Bowl review, and then we get to the leap year, Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching. We're gonna get out of here. We're not gonna be on long. Just a special. I want to make sure. Listen. I want to first thank everyone for your support. I want to thank you guys for your support over the years and over really 6 months, the last 4 or 5 months that we've been on. We haven't been on that long, really. It's actually been kind of quick, but we really thank you guys for everything that you guys have been doing and how you guys have been coming through it and really supporting the things that we have going on and. We just really want to say thank you, and we appreciate you guys for all the things that you guys have done, as far as making sure that we stay on point, making sure that everything is everything, and that we keep giving you guys the very best. So I want to come through and just talk to you real quick, do a quick show. We're not gonna be on long. We already started late, so if you guys want to be a part of the show, guess what? 478-569-6110. 478-569-6110. Give you a chance to be a part of the show. We just want to say happy Valentine's Day to everyone, to the ladies, and to the guys. And we'll talk about that a little bit later when we get to the leap year Valentine's Day. But something happened over the weekend. Over the weekend, we had a Super Bowl showdown. That's right. We had a Super Bowl showdown. And what happened really was really different. Let me say that. I say it was different. It was interesting of something that happened in the Super Bowl. And I asked you guys last week, and this is my take that we had from last year, for last week. So we're looking at trying to get our real take that we had on. I asked you guys last week. I said, were you guys actually excited about what was going on in the Super Bowl? Right? I asked you guys, were you excited? Was it something that you're really excited about? And I saw the game. When I first saw the game, initially I was like, it wasn't that exciting. It wasn't that exciting, right? It wasn't that exciting. And then all of a sudden, it started off, and I'll be honest with you, I actually fell asleep for a little while in the first half. First half, I kind of fell asleep. I woke up at the end of the first half, and when I heard it's Usher, I was like, oh, I'm up. All right, it's about for the rest of the game. First half, San Francisco dominates, and I told you last week, I said San Francisco was probably going to be more dominant this year than anything that happened last year. I said San Francisco will probably be more dominant. People looked at me like, what? San Francisco will be more dominant? Yeah, San Francisco will be more dominant this year, and if you really pay attention to what happened, that's actually what happened. You had San Francisco that was super duper dominant and what they had going on, and I think that's something that really, if you saw the game, I told you they were evenly matched. And in some instances, in some areas, San Francisco was actually probably a little better than Kansas City. I think San Francisco, for the most part, had better skill players than Kansas City. Because Kittles and Swift's man, Jason Kelsey. Kittles and Kelsey kind of watched each other. But then if you gave me the receiving core, I'm taking IU. I'm taking San Francisco's receiving core over Kansas City's receiving core. Right? I'm taking San Francisco's receiving core. I'm actually taking San Francisco's defense over Kansas City's defense. So when it stacked up and you had one-on-one, they really matched up very evenly in this game. Very evenly in this game. Except for one major conk in San Francisco's problem. One major issue in San Francisco's one major issue in San Francisco's game. And that one person is a quarterback. You have Brock Purdy versus Patty Mack. Patrick, Super Bowl, one of the greatest. Mahomes. And you sit there and you wonder, okay, the first half, and as long as you sat there, you saw what was going on. As long as you sat there, you saw what's going on. And first of all, we got to first send out condolences and our prayers to the people at Kansas City that were celebrating, that were there and was celebrating the championship. And you had some individuals full of hate, individuals that were full of disgust, do a heinous act and crime, and I want them to be convicted to the fullness of the extent of the law that we can do it. That went and had a shooting, and they had the shooting at Kansas City's at their victory parade. You had some haters, some heinous individuals that wanted to go out and legitimately try to hurt people and try to put people down at the Kansas City celebration parade. And no matter how much you don't like Kansas City, no matter how much you rooted for San Francisco, and this is why I tell people all the time, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk sports too, is because no matter what happens, it's still just a game, right? Now, I know it's big money. I know it's billions of dollars involved. I understand that. But at the end of the day, it's still just a game. And that's the way we should take it, as a game. Now, I know a lot of people lost money. Some people won money. So I saw people breaking TVs. I saw people mad. I saw people run. I saw people extremely happy and elated because of betting and different things like that. Do what you love. But at the end of the day, understand it's a sports game. It's sports. And trust me, there's no bigger fan in the NFL than I am of my Cowboys, of my Lakers. You know, there's no bigger fan of sports of my Alabama Crimson Tide. And trust me, I've had heartbreak all year. None of my football teams won a championship. And I had people talk, diss me, put me down, laugh, joke, cry with me, laugh with me, joke with me, but we kept it in perspective that it's just sports. It's just sports. It's a game. And we celebrate, we cry, we be devastated, we are elated, but at the end of the day, it's sports. And when you take it too seriously and you go out there and you do such a heinous crime of people that's celebratory and not looking to go out there and not looking for any type of hatred, but for everyone there to be the celebratory situation and for people to go out there and shoot and kill and injure people, it's ridiculous. And I hope the ones, I think they captured 2 or 3 of them. I hope the ones that they capture, they are convicted, and I hope they are punished to the fullest extent of the law. Because what ends up happening is this, right? What ends up happening is what ends up happening is you punish innocent people that had nothing to do with it. People who are there to celebrate are now hurt. People who are there to celebrate, you misspelled the shooting. Are now hurt. People who are there celebrating are now traumatized off an event that was a celebratory event. Just because of an act of a few idiots, an act of a few creeps. And I think, and I listen, they should be convicted and punished to the full state of the law. Does Kansas City have a death penalty? Like, at the end of the day, and this is what we're dealing with. It's sports, y'all. It's games. It's games. They're playing games. And what people are there to do is celebrate. And because of your feelings of hatred, because of your feelings of defeat, because of just being evil people and having evil hearts, you go out there thinking that it's Grand Theft Auto or that it's Call of Duty or something stupid, and bringing that into a real life situation where you're taking real lives, there has to be firm consequences. And I'm all for turn the other cheek. But I'm also for taking and punishing people. You killed a child. You killed a child. Last I heard, there's at least 10 injured. Why? Because you were a 49ers fan? So celebratory parade, celebrating the feat that hadn't been done in 19 years, where you have a back-to-back champion, is interrupted by the actions of a few idiots. And it was crazy. I talked about it on my last live. It's not the vast majority of people that you have to worry about. It's always the idiots. We talked about how 51% had not been convicted of a crime or arrested for a felony. And that's in the African American community. So the majority are doing things by the law. But it's a couple of people that feel like they're above the law, feel like they want to go and do something stupid. And now, look what happened. It's casualties, it's people hurt, people that, children that had nothing to do with it. And you should be punished to the full extent of the law. And sometimes, I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes in the United States, I feel like the law is too lax. Sometimes in the United States, I feel like, hey, we be to people that take somebody else's life, we're too relaxed. King, I know this is sport. This is talking about sports. Because what happened when we can't celebrate Super Bowls, or we can't celebrate winning, or we can't celebrate victorious acts? Like I said before, it's worth billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. But it's still just a game. It's worth billions of dollars. And on Valentine's Day, the day that we're supposed to celebrate love, it's just a game. Our hearts and our prayers go out to the families. Our hearts and our prayers go out to the loved ones of those involved. "20 injured, 1 dead." Now it's 21 injured as of 20 to 21 injured. 22 people. Well, some say it's 22 people shot. Others say it's about 20 injured. They say it's a woman killed. Shout out to the man who tackled the one with the weapon. 29 people were treated because some people were trampled. "22 people. The police chief said 22 people were shot in the incident, one whom died from their injuries. And why? There were children among the ones who were injured. They're still investigating. What's going on? Still an ongoing investigation. So it's just a chilling event that saddens a moment of triumph, a moment of celebration, a moment of victory. Once again, evil shines its head. Our prayers and our loved ones once again go to those affected by this crisis. And really all of us are affected by this crisis. One thing I like about Valentine's Day, love it, hate it, disagree with it. One thing I love about Valentine's Day is the fact that it is a display of love. It is a day that we're supposed to display love. So, with us that has life, breath, joy, make sure you continue to spread love. We'll come back and talk about the big game. We'll talk about Steve Wilks. Talk about Usher. Trying to go to make it a more funner situation after this. Let's to the King Bo Show right here on any social media platform that you watch.
And I would like for you to tune in to the Unnamed Sports Show with King and Bo every Wednesday.
In the relentless rain, a saga unfolded. The Atlanta Falcons, facing the 1-12 Carolina Panthers, spiraled into a new abyss. Final score, a meager 9-7. The crowd's roars drowned in the downpour, echoing the team's recurring nightmares. In the virtual stands of Twitter, the fans unleashed their storm. Coach Arthur Smith and quarterback Desmond Ridder, once the beacon of hope, now stood in the eye of the tempest, their ship adrift in a sea of discontent. And so, the Falcons' tale continues, a narrative of hope, despair, and the unyielding spirit of football. Stay tuned, dear listeners, for the next chapter.
Hello, this is Reba Green here, owner of the Great Green Store, and I would like for you to tune in to the Unnamed Sports Show with King and Bo every Wednesday.
B.I.G. Show me the list. Everybody talking about they the best. Everybody talking, but they talking about us. B.I.G. walking the God we trust. As long as our name is listed in the book, we good. Show me the list. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talk about they the best. We the best, yes. Everybody talking about us. BRG walking in God, we trust. We trust our names, it's in the book. We good.
Please don't go, just stay with me. Please just stay with me. Promise me you'll never leave. I promise me you'll never leave. Please don't go, just please don't go, just please don't go, just stay with me.
Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Shout out to King Joe for the Valentine's Day music. Yeah, that's right. Hey. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you guys for watching the show. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Make sure you give me those hearts, all those hearts over there. Make sure you hit those hearts. Now let's talk about the game. Now we talked about what happened. We know about that the Kansas City won. But how? Why? What happened? What happened? And we was looking at the game. Like I said, I was starting off saying it before we got into what happened with before when we got to what happened with the shootings and everything that happened at the day that we want to deal with first. We want to talk about what actually happened during the game. What occurred? Why did Kansas City win this Super Bowl? And a couple of things came out to me that was very interesting. The fact that San Francisco had the lead at halftime and lost the lead at halftime is kind of what we thought. I mean, honestly, a lot of people said, hey, let's not vote against Patty Mac. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that we have to see, and we have to know that it's hard to vote against Patty Mac. You know what I'm saying? San Francisco took a 10-3 lead into halftime. Halftime, let's be honest. The first half was kind of blah. It was bland. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. It wasn't great at all. But we got through it. Then we get there. We get into the second quarter. Third quarter, everybody kind of wakes up. Now, what you guys got to understand is, and a lot of blame is going around. And I'm seeing a lot of blame. And we're going to talk about how Steve Wilks, defensive coordinator from San Francisco, took the brunt of the blame. But a lot of blame should go around. And we also talk about how that was wrong for Steve Wilks to take the blame for San Francisco losing. And we got a lot of people saying, well, Steve Wilks going to get fired. And we thought the hell would drop yesterday, but it dropped today. But I told you guys, when we watched the game, San Francisco was doing everything they could to win the game. They were playing good defense, but the offense was struggling. The only touchdown came off of a reverse pass that was thrown from a wide receiver to another wide receiver. So when you run a trick play to score a touchdown, that means that you're having issues or you don't trust your offense to get into the end zone just by running your normal offense. So Kyle Shanahan, offenses all world, who had opportunities to score and ended up with a field goal, and then you had to run a trick play in order to get a touchdown where your defense held Kansas City and Patty Mac to 3 points. It's only 3 points. And that's interesting because what we have is, what we have an understanding is the defense did his job for the first half. But everybody knows it's a 40-minute game. Everybody knows 2 halves. And in this one, it really was 2 halves and a quarter in this. It was 5 quarters instead of just 4 quarters. So Kansas City comes out. And when Kansas City comes out, Kansas City goes, and if I'm not mistaken, then that first drive in Kansas City, Patty Mahomes throws an interception. Inexplicably throws an interception during the first drive. And when you see that and you understand what happened, and you see that San Francisco lost, you know, San Francisco got the ball back and couldn't do anything and had to punt the ball. If I'm not mistaken, 3 straight drives back-to-back, San Francisco had to punt the ball. So when you look at that third quarter, and you see that Kansas City scores 10 points, and San Francisco doesn't score any, you see there's a problem there. You see there's a problem. And real talk, even at the Kansas City goes up in the third quarter, they end the third quarter up 13-10. The fourth quarter, what does San Francisco do? They drive down, they tie the game, they score a touchdown, and miss the field goal. I said, interesting. Then they get the ball back, and the defense plays well, right? Forces a punt, and off the punt bounces, inexplicably bounces off one of the blockers' ankle, and Kansas City recovers the punt within the 10-yard line and within the red zone and scores another touchdown quickly. Next play. Now, all these things put your defense in a bad situation. With Patrick Mahomes on the other side. You had him at the right and you let him off the hook. You let him off the hook. The defense played very, very well. Boxer made some nice plays, and then, he ultimately made some dumb plays at the end of the fifth quarter. But just as much as we can say that this is an issue with the defense, you have to sit there and say, well, wait a minute, what was the offense? Brock Purdy, 23-38, 255 yards, a touchdown. Decent. Christian McCaffrey, 22 carries, 80 yards, no touchdown. Rushing, 8 receptions, 80 yards, a touchdown. So you got him 30 carries for 160 yards and 1 touchdown, which is a great game. And let's be honest. Kyle Shanahan did his best to try to get Christian McCaffrey the MVP. He did his dead level best to get Christian McCaffrey the MVP. Offensive Player of the Year, give him the ball, run it, and his play calling, was doing his best to try to get Christian McCaffrey the MVP. But what ended up happening is, when you're doing that at the benounced of your other players. You're doing that by ignoring your other big players on offense. Brandon Ayuk, only 3 catches, 49 yards. Deebo Samuels, only 3 catches, 33 yards. George Kittle had a horrible game. They say he ended up hurting his shoulder. Horrible game. 2 catches, 4 yards. Right? And that why? Because you were that level set of getting the ball to Christian McCaffrey, who showed up, who played very well. But it wasn't enough to get a win. Because at the end of the day, your receivers and tight ends only ended up with 4, 7. You take away Christian McCaffrey, so you got 7, 10, 12 receptions, for almost less than 100 yards. Maybe 120 yards. So Kansas City did a great job of letting Christian McCaffrey get his, but they shut down everybody else. And Kyle Shanahan is supposed to be this great mastermind of putting his players in the best position to succeed. Now, we've seen him in two of the biggest games of his career have a lead, and then all of a sudden that lead evaporates. We saw it in Atlanta with 28-3 with the other great Tom Brady, with the other GOAT Tom Brady, and we see it this game with Patrick Mahomes. Why? And now you have players like Ayuk's girlfriend saying that he may not be back next year. You got players like Kittle's, saying that, hey, we could have got the ball more. Deebo Samuels was in on a 4th down. It was a 4th and 1, a 4th and 2. And I said, dog, y'all ain't gonna put Deebo in the game? Oh, no, it's 37th. And I said, no, Deebo? I texted, I put on Facebook, I said, y'all not putting Deebo in the game? And at this point, at this juncture of the game, no Deebo Samuels, he was on the sideline. Now I heard some people say he was hurt, he was bruised, he was in pain, or he hurt his hamstring. All type of excuses of why these guys wasn't performing. But at the end of the day, I'm like, what's really going on? You know? What's really going on? Yeah, it was a third down, and no Debo Samuel's on the field, and guess what? I think they ended up getting a third down. I was like, wait a minute, this is the game. They didn't get the third down. They ended up punting. I'm like, wait a minute, this is the game. How you not have Debo on the field? But these are some of these are some of the things that Kyle Shanahan did to, I hate to put it like this, but these are some of the things that Kyle Shanahan did to cost his team the game. It cost his team a win. To put his team in a predicament where Patty Mac can go do Patty Mac things. Because this is the thing. If you have Patty Mac on the ropes, you got to go ahead and put Patty Mac out. You can't rope a dope Patty Mac. You have to be the aggressor and go ahead and get Patty Mac out of there. If you got a chance to knock Patty Mac out, you got to be aggressive and go ahead and knock Patty Mac out. And what happens is Kyle Shanahan did not do enough to put Patty Mac out of the game. He did not do enough to get Patty Mac and get him out of the game. You look at the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, 34-46, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the interception that we talked about coming out of halftime. But then he also added, listen now, Patrick Mahomes is out there giving it to him. Patrick Mahomes nearly had 400 yards. He had nine rushes for 66 yards. Pacheco had 18 for 59. I thought Pacheco would have a bigger effect on the game, but he did not. But he still did well. 3.3 yards a carry, 59 yards. Travis Kelce stepped up as a stud, unlike Kittles. Who I thought Kittles would wash Kelce out, but they didn't. Kittles only 2 catches for 4 yards. Travis Kelce had 9 receptions, 93 yards. McCole Hartman, who caught the game-winning touchdown, I think it was. 3 catches, 57 yards, and Justin Winston. So he was getting the ball to receivers. Rashee Weiss, 6 catches. Isaiah Pacheco, 6 catches out the backfield. Noah Gray, 2 catches. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 3 catches. Jared McKinnon, 2 catches. So he was getting the ball out and hitting a lot of receivers. So he hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different receivers, 8 receivers that he hit that game. Patty Mac spread the ball around and did Patty Mac things. And he wheeled his team to a championship and a Super Bowl. He made the plays when he needed to make the plays. He made the big plays when he needed to make the big plays. He made those plays. Kansas City in the second half, they scored a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey scored a touchdown in the second quarter off the pass for Jawan Jennings. The 21-yard touchdown. And then Patty Mac comes back with 20 seconds left, and they kick a field goal to go to halftime. Then Kansas City comes out. After Patrick Mahomes scores a touchdown, they punt. Kansas City comes out, scores a field goal. And then they come back and score a touchdown with a 50-yard pass from Patrick Mahomes. San Francisco comes back. Brock Purdy, who played well and did some things well, threw a touchdown. All this stuff is happening and going on at the time, in which we have to see what it is. Hello, caller. Hello. What's up? Who am I speaking to?
Tonio.
What's up, Tonio? What's going on, my brother?
Not much, man.
Phone lines open 478-569-6110. Antonio, what did you think with the Super Bowl?
I think it was fixed.
Why do you think it was fixed, Antonio?
Because they trying to compare Mahomes to Tom Brady. They trying to make him the face, which I really don't. I don't agree with that. Kansas
But you gotta give them guys props. They played well, man. They did the things that they needed to do to win.
Well, they won, yeah. I give them that they won, but like I say, man, you know, ain't no way. And you know, I'ma say this, you know, the only team that ever repeat was nobody haven't repeated since Tom Brady did it. I mean, the New England Patriots did it. And then they the only one that, and Kansas City the only one besides them that done repeated.
I got you. So why do you think what?
You see Draymond Green back in trouble again. I told y'all that he get him out of the league, man.
You talking about with what he said about Kevin Durant, right?
Yeah.
And what happened with Kevin Durant? So all right, so
they need to go and get him out of the league, man. I'm tired of that dude. That dude is an uncontrollable animal.
Well, he said he with that Kevin Durant. For y'all that don't know, Draymond Green did a show and talked about Kevin Durant and how he felt like Kevin Durant then were punks and were cowardly. Those are used the right word. He felt like Kevin Durant were cowardly, and that because they played Phoenix played Golden State. What, last night? Last night was the night before last. Night before last. They played Golden State, and Draymond Green had some words for Kevin Durant and for Nurkic, and you know he said pretty much that you know he felt like both of them were cowardly to talk about his character and what he was going on with his character. But you feel like Draymond Green is just out here. He's acting the fool.
Yeah, man, the dude, come on now. I mean, you think about this, King, okay, and I hope everybody listening to me when I say it, okay, how many chances after chance, after chance, after chance, you gotta keep giving him before he realized that, you know, before they realize that, hey, this dude got a problem.
So you feel like
he need to seek some counseling, man. The dude got a problem. Somebody need to tap in and see what's wrong with him.
So you feel as if the suspension and everything else didn't help.
You see, he's still doing stuff, man.
Yeah, that's true.
He's still doing stuff. I mean, I like Draymond Green as a player. I mean, as a person. I mean, as a player, but as a person, the dude just, I mean, I understand you have to have that, like, Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, Dennis Rodman type of player, the dirty player, but it's to where he go overboard with it, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people are Antonio. I think a lot of people are upset because he showed remorse ahead of time. He even said that he thought about what Kevin Durant had said, and you know what I'm saying, he went and did some self-evaluation, listening to what Kevin Durant had said, and didn't want people to see, you know, didn't want to be known for that side of him. And I think now they're saying that after the heat of the battle, after that goes on, and you know they win. He's kind of reneging on that, saying, "Hey, you know, those guys were cowardly. They talk about my character, to talk about, you know, me as, you know, needing counseling and stuff like that. You know, you had my number, you could call me and said it, but you went in public and said it in the public that I need counseling." So I think a lot of people are saying that he reneged, or that it was just a front to get back to playing, and he really didn't change, or he really didn't understand why he was being suspended in that situation. So how you feel about that?
I feel, you know, like I say, I feel like he did that. Yeah, I understand. I like King. I ain't gonna tell you no tale, but I'm like, I feel like he did that to get back in the game too, because, you know, like I say, you know, you give him chance after chance. You give him year after year after year. and he's still, you know, he's still that uncontrollable animal that needs to be caged, you know.
I definitely understand what you're saying. I think I agree with you. I think there is a lot to be desired, and I think that he has to come in and he has to make some changes with you know, with personally. And it does look bad. It does. I don't think it does make him look bad when you sit here and you see what's going on, and you see that, you know, he's doing this. It does. I think it does put a sour taste in the league's mouth, and I think they're gonna be watching him very closely from now on, because a lot of people, believe it or not, feel like you feel. They feel exactly like you feel. They feel like he's not apologetic. He hasn't changed. And he's still doing the same thing over and over again. And I understand. I understand.
I feel like Golden State. I feel like Golden State's taking upon themselves and do something to him. Send out a punishment.
Well, I'm hearing that this could be his last hurrah with Golden State. I don't know how true this is. I think Golden State now is to the point now where they kind of have They've laid their bed and with the three with Clay, with Steph Curry. Now I know the rumor is that Draymond tried to get LeBron to force his way out of LA to come and join them in Golden State, and LeBron won't go for it. That's the rumor that we're hearing, but I don't know how true that is. That's just, like I said, that's the rumor that everyone is saying right now. But it's interesting to see what this dynamic going forward. And the fact is, if Draymond has really changed, or if he's the same guy, and I think that's really gonna be the question. That really is gonna be the question, man. Has he changed, or is he the same guy? Who did you hear about Steve Wilks getting fired? Tell me.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good move. I don't, because the man, like I say, it wasn't him out there playing. He just called the plays, but I'm just saying, the thing about it, man, I told my wife that night, I say, if San Francisco do not score a touchdown, the game is over. I told her that. And she had already picked Kansas City to win anyway.
Right. And you said they did not score a touchdown, the game was over, it was a wrap for them.
Yeah, I said they didn't score a touchdown. I told my wife, I said, well, you might be right. If they don't score a touchdown, game over. and I mean, the thing is, you gotta think about this. You gotta think about this too. You can't give a player like Tom, with a Tom Brady when he played, you can't give him and Mahomes, that much time and think that 3 points is gonna secure you a Super Bowl. No,
right.
It's not gonna work like that.
Right.
The man just like Brady, man. He takes time and he figure you out, and and then he go like a sergeant. He shoot down everything he see, and boom, next thing you know, it's over.
Do you think so? You don't think they should have went for the field goal? They should have went for you don't think they should have went for the field goal? You think they should have went for the touchdown in the overtime? How do you feel about Shanahan saying? How do you feel about Shanahan saying that they didn't know the rules? They didn't completely understand the rules in the overtime. How do you feel about that?
Well, they explained it to him, so you should have known. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you why I say the Super Bowl was rigged and it was fixed, because I feel like this, King. Come on now. This man been automatic. As a matter of fact, you just made a 55-yard kick and you missed an extra point. And just like Stephen A. Smith said, stuff like that come back to haunt you in the long run.
Definitely.
And that's what it did.
Definitely.
And then you went for it. You went for it like in your own on your own side of the field, and you got it. Why not go for it when you that close?
I agree. I think it's.
You know what I mean?
I think it's definitely interesting. I think we're going to see. I won't go as far as say that it was rigged though. You know that's going a little bit further. I'm willing to go, but I do see why you feel as if it was an issue. It was an issue, and some people do feel like it was rigged. Some people say because of the Taylor Swift situation. Some people say because of different things like that. The reason why they feel like it was rigged. I just feel like at the end of the day, Patty Mack is great, man. Will Patty Mack catch Tom Brady in Super Bowls? What you think?
No.
So you say he won't catch him?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you know, Brady got 7. You
Okay.
know, and you know, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. I know I'm getting off the subject a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
If Belichick would have shot his mouth, Brady would have still been in New England.
You think so?
He pretty much forced. Cause okay, behind stage, Brady was like, okay, well, what about y'all giving me a bonus?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it after the season. And I feel like Brady knew that they wasn't gonna give him the money, and I feel like that's why he went out there and performed like he did. And you know, and I mean, but I'm not taking nothing, King. I'm not gonna take nothing from Tom Brady. I'm not gonna take nothing from Belichick. But my thing is this, you know, it's like this, man. You know, I mean, Belichick is a dang good coach.
Right.
He's a dang good coach.
Right.
He's a scientist, and he know the game to the T. But I mean, you see, Atlanta didn't give him the chance
because he wanted too much authority. They said he wanted too much authority. Yep.
Yeah, he wanted too much. He wanted too much power. And another thing, he turned down the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
He turned down Philadelphia. Now you out here looking crazy because
Allegedly.
It's like you may not even coach in 2024. I mean, that's what it seems like. But the thing about it, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think New England should have got rid of. I don't think New England should have cut ties with Belichick. I think they should have cut ties with Mark Jones and got
Matt Jones.
Pretty much got and pretty much got Belichick something to work with. The only.
But wait, Antonio. Wait, now you can't. Matt Jones, you gotta remember, Matt Jones was Belichick's choice. Belichick was running everything. He was helping pick the players, put the players in the right position. He was doing that, so you can't dissolve Belichick when he's picking the players too. Now he's picking the players. Let's remember, Belichick is the whole reason. The whole beef with Tom Brady started with way back when they had oh man, I can't think of the guy. Garoppolo, right? When they had Garoppolo, that's where all the beef started with Tom Brady. They wanted Jimmy Garoppolo to take over for Tom Brady. Tom Brady had to go talk to Mr. Kraft and say, hey, you gotta get Garoppolo out of here. And ever since then, their relationship was fractured then because Belichick was already ready to turn the page on Tom Brady. So I disagree. I think you have to kind of blame Belichick for them not making the playoffs in the last few years and not being a legitimate Super Bowl contender since Tom Brady left. And then Tom Brady didn't help the situation by going the next year, go to Tampa, and winning another Super Bowl. So
Yeah, because they fixed that for him to win that.
okay, well, I mean, whichever way you feel, but you still, you got to take that to the fact that you had, and this is why Atlanta wouldn't pull the trigger on him, because they felt like Belichick would come and want to do the same thing he did in New England, and it didn't work in New England, where he had everything at his beck and call. What makes you think it was going to work in Atlanta? What makes you think it's going to work in a different city with a different team? So I think other teams are looking at it and say, hey, you had everything you wanted. You had an owner that was spending money and craft. You had the fan base behind you. You had a legacy. You had everything that you wanted to be able to do what you had. You had control. You had draft responsibility. Everything that you wanted to be able to run an organization. And without Tom Brady, you couldn't get it done. That's a lot to be said.
Only thing I disagree with Belichick was, you remember that boy that young man that left the practice squad and went to Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
That Cunningham dude.
Yes.
Okay. Now I think that if Belichick would have gave that young man a chance to start off in the season, because you could have pretty much used him as a receiver. You could have used him as a running back. You could have ran the Wildcat. I mean, you could have did all kind of things with this dude, but you did not want to give him a chance.
I understand.
Am I correct?
I understand, but I think at the end of the day, Belichick made a lot of that. Belichick was kind of his own undoing. I think a lot of that was something that he did. A lot of that was the cause of his own undoing, which eventually fell into the hands of him leaving and not being still wanted in New England. And other teams not wanting them either.
And then when you did make the playoff, you made that playoff with that little Cinderella run when you first got Marv Jones. Okay, fine. But you ain't did nothing since that. And I'm going to ask you this, King. Do you think that do you think they made a good choice by making Gerard Mayo the head coach?
At New England?
Yes.
I think now it's the it's always tough to follow a legend, right? It's always tough to follow a legend. I think Gerard Mayo is a big enough contrast to Bill Belichick that I think he has an opportunity to do well. Plus, after my guy in Houston, Texas, after the year he had, the young coach in Houston in the year he had, I think they're hoping to catch fire and kind of have that situation happen. Also, Mr. Kraft is hoping that kind of happens here in New England also. But it's a wait and see. I like him as a hire.
Yeah.
I like him as a hire. I think he
from a linebacker, but and all that. You can hold me to this when I say this, but King, I think I could be wrong. I'm praying that I'm not, that I am, but you know what I'm going to say, don't you?
I'm listening.
I think they're trying to set Gerard Mayo up for failure.
Why you say they're trying to set him up for failure?
Because the simple fact is, okay, look what they doing. Okay, like I say, you should have made a move on Hopkins this year. You didn't.
Okay.
You should have made a move on Beckham. You didn't. True enough, you got Juju. What is name? Juju Schuster. But my thing is this: you ain't got nothing else to go with Juju.
Well,
them other receivers, they okay, but until you find that Tom Brady and Gronkowski mixture, it ain't gonna work, man.
Well, I mean, first of all, I think that's something that's going to be hard to find. That's once in a generation talent that you find with Tom Brady. With Gronkowski, with what's the tight end name? It's
Gronkowski.
Gronkowski with Gronk.
Yeah.
I think that those are once in a generation talents. You talking about arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, arguably greatest tight end of all time. You know what I'm saying? You know, arguably one of the greatest kickers of all time. So
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. You said the greatest quarterback ever.
I said arguably now, arguably.
I don't agree with that because you know when we tell you why I say that.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that is because think about it. Joe Montana never lost in the Super Bowl. Brady done lost in the Super Bowl to the same player, same team. So I don't agree with that greatest quarterback ever. No, I don't.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at this too, though. How many times did Brady go to the Super Bowl? All right.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But that's just like people. Okay, I'm gonna say this. That's just like people comparing LeBron finals championship to Jordan. But okay, what about all those times when Jordan didn't get there? Those years he didn't get there.
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you know, the all the years before, and I get it, but you look at that a different time, a different situation. You know what I'm saying? And you got 7 championships compared to Joe Montana's 4, 15 Pro Bowls compared to Joe Montana's 8. You know, all pros, 3 MVPs to 2. You know what I'm saying? Offensive Player of the Year twice to 1. Super Bowl MVPs, you got 5 to 3. So, you know, it's fair. Tom Brady has you're right. Joe Montana never lost a Super Bowl, but Tom Brady, man, that's gonna be 7 Super Bowls is gonna be tough to beat. And the only person that's closer to that, is Patty Mack. Patty Mack has an opportunity because of his youth. He's only 28. He hadn't even turned 30 yet, and he's already got 3 Super Bowl MVPs, two regular season MVPs. He has a chance to eclipse that. So I get what you're saying. We talk about perfection in the NBA. Perfection in championships with Joe Matt, but he hasn't gone to as many championships. I think Brady did 9. I think Joe Montana did 4, if I'm not mistaken, 4. So, you know, and
He won all 4.
He did, but you know they played comparable years. You know, Tom played till he was 40, but you know Joe Montana played a good amount of years. Also, from 23, he was 23 to 38. So you know Tom Brady did have a few more years over him playing the amount of seasons plays. He did have a good amount of seasons. But when you look at the numbers, man, and you look at everything, you know they're you know it's hard to argue against Tom Brady, man, being the champion.
Well, let me ask you this, King.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you this.
Hold on, but do I think Jared Mayo would succeed? Hold on, I want to answer the Jared Mayo succeed in New England. Do I think Jared Mayo would succeed in New England? I think he has an opportunity if you allow him to be himself. He can't try to be like Bill Belichick. He can't try to rebuild what Belichick done. He has to build his own legacy and do it that way. And it may look differently than Tom Brady with Gronkowski and Tom Brady with the Bill Belichick regime. It may look a lot differently. But give him a shot. The whole thing that we've been talking about all last week and we talk about this week is the fact that they don't give black head coaches a lot of times. And now it's starting to be any head coach a long time. You're right, a chance to build. Right.
That's why I feel like Belichick didn't want. That's why I'm glad you said that, because I'm gonna say this now. Okay, it'll take the heat off me a little bit because you said it. But okay, that's why I feel like they didn't get that Cunningham boy a chance because he's black.
Okay, and that could be true.
But I'm gonna ask you this though. All right. Okay. Now this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Y'all talked about Lamar Jackson. Yes, I feel like Lamar Jackson is going to.
Hello, you still there? Hello? Antonio. I think we lost him. Yeah, I think we lost him. But he was making some good points. He's about to talk about Lamar Jackson. Call me back, Antonio. We're just gonna talk about Lamar Jackson. I think we lost him on the phone lines, and we'll get ready to go. Now, I want to talk about something that happened, and he brought up something, and I want to kind of go on with that. After the Super Bowl, and shout out to Antonio for calling. Thank you, Antonio, for calling. Make sure you call in again. After the Super Bowl, we got news today that the 49ers fired Steve Wilks. And if you guys followed me last week, and I told you, I said, me and Benny got this huge, Benny, who was our guest host last week, we got this huge back and forth. How can you root for San Francisco 49ers? How can you root for the 49ers? How can you root for the 49ers? How can you root for that? And I was telling you guys last week, I said, listen, I'm not rooting for the 49ers, but I'm rooting for Steve Wilks. And if you know anything about Steve Wilks, thanks Antonio for calling, man. Give me a call back. If you know anything about Steve Wilks and what happened with Steve Wilks, I told y'all last week, my whole issue was I wanted the defense to do well. And I didn't care who win. I didn't have a dog in the fight because my Cowboys wasn't in there. I just wanted to be a good game, and I wanted the defense to do well. And the reason I wanted the defense to do well because of Steve Wilks. Steve Wilks was my coach in football at Savannah State University. He was a defense coordinator, started out. Then he became the head coach at Savannah State University. Then I think he left and went to Delaware State. And he had some other opportunities that ended up in the league and ended up doing some great things in football. And I know what type man he was. So I always rooted for Steve Wilks to come. And I think this is Antonio calling me back. Hit back, Antonio. And I always figured that it was going to be a situation where if Steve Wilks didn't, if the defense, if San Francisco lost, that he would be the scapegoat. And I thought for a long time that would be the issue, that Steve Wilks would be the scapegoat if they lost. And I brought it up to Benny, and Benny kept saying, well, you're a Cowboys fan. No way that you should be rooting for San Francisco. And I was just telling him, I was like, yo, man, the reason I'm rooting for San Francisco ain't that I'm rooting for San Francisco. I'm rooting for my coach. I'm rooting for the coach to do the right thing and to win and to be a champion and to do what he needed to do, right? So I'm not rooting for San Francisco. I'm rooting for my coach. And when we see what happens with that, you got another gift? When you see what happens and what transpires with that, and you see that out of all the things that happens, that Steve Wilks did not get a chance or didn't get the opportunity to get a fair shake in that Super Bowl. The defense played fairly well. There was some breakdowns in the end, but come on, man, you was playing Patty Mack. You was playing one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And, you know, really someone already said he's going to surpass Tom Brady as the greatest quarterback of all time. And at the end of the day, the defense played very well. Now, I saw it was one play in particular in the fourth quarter, and once that play happened, I looked at my wife and I said, yo, that's it. I hope San Francisco loses. And I think it was the fourth quarter, and Kansas City was driving, and they got down to, I think it was a third down or even fourth down. And it looked like Steve Wilks called an all-out blitz. I think he called an all-out blitz. And Mike Shanahan overruled him, called a timeout to stop the play, and made him call another play. And guess what happened? Kansas City ended up getting the first down anyway and going down to score. Right? So you question after calling a magnificent game. Everybody, Tony Romo was saying, oh, he's calling a great game, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, they see it, they say, oh, we don't need to play that play. Patrick Mahomes is locking his chips, licking his chops. He's trying to get pressure, blah, 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 blah. He's down with zero blitz, and they don't like the call. Reminiscent to what happened in Minnesota, which I brought up, and I told y'all last week that was going to happen. And then when it comes out this year and it does the same thing, what happens? He called the timeout, something that he said he would do. And everyone knew once he called the timeout, there was a direct reflection. There was a direct reflection. There was a direct reaction to what happened in Minnesota. Direct reaction to what happened in Minnesota. And I think once that happened and he overruled them, I think not only did it take confidence for Steve Wilks making the calls, I think the defense start questioning themselves. And I tell people all the time, as a leader, you have to watch how you do things and how you do things in front of people. I was in a situation where, I can't tell the story, but I had a recent situation where the leader that was leading said something derogatory to everybody that was leading, and the whole entire situation went bad after he said that. And he was wondering, well, why y'all not following? Because you said something crazy or you did something that took the confidence away from everybody involved that's following you. And once that happened, once that call, he called a timeout and he questioned Steve Wilks, and you could tell he was upset. He was literally upset. I think Tony Romo talked about, yeah, he's upset with the call. And you question that call and you do that in timeout, all the mojo, all the great game that Steve Wilks had called from that point was gone. And I told you guys, I said, San Francisco leads that game. They're going to look for a scapegoat, and I don't want the scapegoat to be Steve Wilks, and they're already trying to make him the scapegoat. And sure enough, 2 days after the Super Bowl, we get word today that they fired Steve Wilks. It went from, why Shanahan didn't know the rules to the game? Why he didn't know the overtime rules? Why did the offense look lethargic to, hey, it wasn't us, the defense should have held, as the defense would have did what they're supposed to do, we would have won the Super Bowl. Why did Brandon Ayuk get the ball? Why did the Kittles get the ball more? Why did it went from that to, well, yeah, it was some questionable plays to the defense at the end of the game. A top-ranked defense, right? Let's look at San Francisco's defensive rank this year. All right. Let's look at it. Under Steve Wilks, let's look at it. Let's look at top defenses of this year. Number 1, Baltimore Ravens. The number 2 ranked defense in the NFL was the San Francisco 49ers. They had the fewest points allowed with 17.3 points a game. They almost had the average against Patty Mack. Touchdown away from the average against Patty Mack. Fewest yards allowed per game. San Francisco, number 7, with only 306 points allowed per game. 306 yards, yards per game. 306 yards per game. Right? So, number 6 in the NFL. This is a top defense. Right? And what do we have here? Right? So, total yards in the 4 quarters, in 5 quarters, they had 455 yards. You had a whole other quarter to play. So, it's close to the rankings. But look at this, though. Kansas City had more passing yards than San Francisco. They had more rushing yards than San Francisco. And they averaged 5.6 yards per attempt. Kansas City was 9 for 19 on third down. San Francisco had 3 sacks. But we ain't gonna talk about the 2 fumbles lost. We ain't gonna talk about the bitch field goal. We're not talking about those. You know what we're talking about? Oh, the defense didn't do enough for us to win a championship. When special teams let you down, at times the offense lets you down, and at times the defense Couldn't hold. But you fired that man? You use him as a scapegoat. Because Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback, possibly the greatest quarterback right now in the NFL, by far, goes down and scores and beats you in overtime. So you take your number 1 ranked defense or number 2 ranked defense and you give it to your defensive coordinator. That's the most egregious thing I've heard. And if it wasn't 2024, I would doggone say it's because of racism. You were looking for a scapegoat and you looked at a black man. A scapegoat, and you got your scapegoat out of a brother that was coaching you to be the number 1 defense in the NFL. That was teaching you to be the number 1 defense in the NFL. That's wrong. And the fact that you guys continue to do that, the fact that you allow that to happen is egregious. And I hope San Francisco, and Benny talked about me not liking San Francisco before because I'm a Cowboys fan. I would never root for San Francisco. As long as Shanahan is there, never. Won't root for him there after that either. But you got rid of a great coach. You got rid of a great coach to do something. And at the end of the day, because you got rid of a great coach, now I don't think y'all make it back to the Super Bowl next year. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And I wish the Cowboys would have hold off on hiring Mike Zimmer, and we could have had a chance at getting Steve Wilks as the defensive coordinator for my Cowboys. But I understand Coach Wilks is going to land on his feet, and there's going to be something better for him out there because he's a great man of character. And he's a believer. He's a believer. 49ers should be ashamed of themselves. The people that blamed him, it has hints of bigotry and racism. You have someone that seceded, someone that played well. And what the funny thing is these sportscasters, Steven, these I ain't gonna call no names. These sportscasters sit up here and talk all that noise. They won't call a spade and say, "Hey man, this is line of bigotry and racism." That they say, "Hey, it's just a game where he just is the person that's on the chopping block." Shanahan said we felt pretty strongly that this was the best decision that was best for our organization. Even though it was one I didn't want to make, it's something that once I realized that a different direction was best for our organization, something that I had to do. Wilks, the defense held the Chiefs to 3 points in the first half. 16 points in the second half. He says, the hardest part I do, that was a challenge, Shanahan said. We have committed to not just the system, but the players that have it in the system, from our D-line, our linebackers. They played in it for such a long time. It was my goal. It was my goal to not change it and bring in Steve, who was unbelievable, but just ended in not being the right fit. You guys, hello, I got a caller. You live.
All right, King. Yeah, you lost that first time, but why didn't they fire Shanahan?
That's the question. That's the question that we all have. That's the question that I have. Shanahan, and like I said before, Antonio, this is basically for me, like personally, and I called it. If you saw the show last week, Antonio, I called this. I said I want the 49ers defense to play well, because if they lose, they're gonna make Steve Wilks the scapegoat. And after one season, guess what happens? They lose. 2 days later, he's the scapegoat.
Yeah, they get rid of him. And I knew they were gonna try to get rid of that brother, man, because like I say, I think they should. And he told me when you said Shanahan said that was the best move. No, the best move should have been they should have got rid of him, because you know what I'm saying, that defense, that man had that defense playing lights out.
You
He
know,
had them playing lights out. You know what I'm saying? And they had them at 3 points, 16 points. I mean, that high power outfit that the Chiefs had, and they held them like that. Come on, man. Ain't no way you should have got rid of that man.
what he wanted him to do was act like DeMeco Ryan, and he's a different coach than DeMeco Ryan. They're not the same coaches. It ain't just like you could take one black man out, fit another black man in, and be like, oh, do the same thing that other brother did. No, you gotta let him be himself. You know,
What you think about that halftime show?
All right, we hold on. Let me finish this up and get to the halftime. I'm gonna get to it. All right. Let me finish it. Let me take a break and I'm come back and talk about the halftime show. Okay. All right. Thanks, Antonio. Holla at me again. Okay. So listen, you can't. It ain't that easy just to take one out and put another in. I say this at the end of the day. Once again, I think Steve Wilks will bounce back. Man of integrity, man of character, man of someone that I'm rooting for. I think Shanahan made a huge mistake. Number 2 defense in the league this year, averaging under DeMeco Ryan, he was averaging 16.5, and Steve Wilks is 17.3. Yeah. It was a second down, 2nd and 6, and the San Francisco 37-248 left in overtime. Sunday SuperBowl, he called a timeout. Bosa, who got burnt on who got burnt on the plays that matter, not being disciplined and keeping the edge, said, this is what he said. I think there's a great, he does a great job with the back end. And obviously we had some issues this year throughout the year, Bosa said, but that's part of playing the full season. And I think we're playing our best ball at the end. Warner is a real one. Say, I thought it went well. I think people are obviously going to be critical just because of when you go from having number one defense one year, and then a guy comes in, you go for number one, and you're not the number one defense. Oh, well, what happened? Oh, so you dropped from number one to number two? Number one, number three? This is a travesty. This is on Shanahan. And this is Shanahan passing the buck to Steve Wilks. And it's a shame. When we come back, we're going to end up with the Usher. What did you think? And we'll talk about leap year, Valentine's Day. We'll be right back. You're watching The King Bo Show.
Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept you like a focus. Agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me. Needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find the me in me.
The Joy Sport by K. David Jordan.
All right, let's go. We're back. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's really quickly get into it so we can get out of here. And we can enjoy the last little bit of our what's that? Y'all gonna play my music? Play my music. Restart it. Start it over.
Just stay with me. Please just stay with me.
Woo!
Promise me you'll never leave. And I promise me you'll never leave. Please don't notice. Please don't notice. Please don't notice. Stay with me. Just promise me you'll never leave. And I promise me you'll never
Okay. Last segment of the show. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys have a great time. Usher headlines the Super Bowl review. And what did I think about it? I thought he did okay. I told you. I said it's going to be great. He's a great entertainer. Now, from what I understand, now my wife, who was supposed to be on the show with me, but decided to drop the ball at the last minute and not get on the show. My wife said it basically was his residence that he does, the show that he does in Las Vegas, right? It's Las Vegas residency, right? So it's that condensed into a 13-minute performance. It's pretty much the show that he put on. So he should have been kind of hot with it. It should have been something that he did well. And I thought he did well. Was it flawless? No. But was it good? It was pretty good. The longer it went, the better it got. At first, it started off, it was cool. I love the song selection. I told y'all he was going to get confessions in there. Y'all didn't think he was going to get confessions. I told you he was going to get confessions. And he did get confessions in there, which I was happy about. That's my favorite Usher song. So he did get in there. He did well with the Super Bowl. Now, he did come with, I told you also, I said with him doing the show also, you're going to have some... You're gonna have some blunders, and we definitely had a big one. And one of the big blunders wasn't really a blunder. Now, he went between the man's leg with skates on. I wasn't really a fan of that. But one of the big blunders that a lot of people are talking about was him getting a little bit too handsy with Alicia Keys, right? Because y'all know Alicia Keys is married to Swizz Beatz. And then we come to find out that Usher, at the time that he was getting handsy with Alicia Keys, was married too. Usher just got married in Las Vegas. You got a marriage certificate. So Usher was married too. So you got two married people. You been real handsy and loving on somebody. You just got married and she married. I don't know. Like a lot of people just say this sports is entertainment. It's the show and everything like that. At the end of the day, it is. But still, I think, I don't know if I want somebody been that handsy.
At the end of the day, she is at just about it.
Now you hear my wife talking. She will come on camera. Ask her why she won't come on camera. All right, so at the end of the day,
she understands it's entertainment.
She's
at the show.
And
mama is at the show.
Right, and I think
they understand it's entertainment.
At the end of the day, I think even though they understand that it's entertainment and the show, it still means that you have standards, right? And I told you, I made a video about it. Which end of the spectrum are you on? Are you on the more traditional side, or are you on the more liberal side? And different people have their right to be on whatever side of the spectrum they are. But as for me in my house, Miss Jordan, as for me in my house, you better not be letting a man hung up on you like that. That is a no-no. That is a oh no. King goes. That's not gonna happen. You better not be letting. I don't care. Show business, no business, whatever. Show business. He ain't got no business. Put his hands on you. You know what I'm saying? I know actors that don't even kiss people no more because they married and they got respect for their husband or wife. You know what I'm saying? But my wife has already told me if Usher's gonna hug her king, that's her my wife said that's her mulligan. You know what I'm saying? That's her mulligan. If she gonna get a hug by somebody and she gonna get lap dances, Usher gonna hug her. I give her that's her mulligan. I'm telling you, listen, man. Listen. Don't play those games. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is this. When we talk about that, how would you feel if your man was in a hugging on somebody and holding somebody like that and dancing and, getting real comfortable? Real comfortable. How would you feel? Baby, if I was up there and I had a young lady come on the King Bo show, you know what I'm saying? And she's coming in.
King Bo ain't doing
I had a young lady coming on the King Bo show, baby. How would you feel if I had a young lady coming on the King Bo show and I was hugging and dancing and you know what I'm saying, the music was playing and you know what I'm saying, Stay With Me was playing in the background and I'm out there hugging. And I'm out there hugging. And I'm doing my Usher and my Michael Jackson. Hee! You know, I'm doing all that and I'm hugging. How would you feel, baby? I don't think you'd be happy. I don't think you'd be happy. But listen, at the end of the day, it was a great show. Was it one of the greatest shows of all time? What you think, babe? Was it one of the greatest shows of all time?
SuperBowl?
Yeah, was that one of the greatest halftime shows that you've seen?
It was up there, but it wasn't like Prince did a great halftime show.
I said last time, Prince halftime show with his playing Purple Rain in the rain. That's something that you probably can never, ever duplicate. As long as we will. That was one of the most iconic moments. I said, is it raining? And he's singing Purple Rain. I said, oh Lord, he's playing Purple Rain and it's raining. That's one of the most iconic sings I've ever seen. So it won't go past that. You know what though? I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna be unpopular.
What?
I kind of like Usher's show more than I like Michael Jackson's show though.
Really?
I did. I enjoyed that more than I like Michael Jackson's. I know it sounds crazy, and to some people that's blasphemous.
I was gonna say he did a good halftime show.
He did. Usher, you think Usher did a great halftime show?
I think MJ did a great halftime show.
It was good. Prince was better. And I tell you who else. I said it last week, but I tell you who else I thought had a great halftime show. I thought Bruno Mars had a really, really good halftime show.
I was just about to say that.
Bruno Mars' halftime show was really amazing.
They say his concert is amazing too.
So that's something we gotta go see. We gotta go see Bruno Mars. Okay. So listen. But Prince, I think Usher did a great job of representing. I like the fact that he kept it true to himself. He stayed true to bring. He brought all the ATL out. You know what I'm saying? He had a great guest. It was a beautiful time. Now, another controversy at the halftime, and that a lot of people, well, it wasn't the halftime, but another Super Bowl controversy was the Negro national anthem, the Black national anthem, right? You know what I'm saying? They don't want to call it what it really was named, the Negro national anthem, but the Black national anthem would stirred about quite a bit of controversy, and some hate came out. And now the NFL has started what I think is a precedent that has to be followed by all other major sport events, namely the NBA. The NBA cannot go now without doing the Negro national anthem. If the NFL did it, and they did it, the Black national anthem, we're gonna need the NBA to follow suit and do the Black national anthem. And I need my white people, my black people, my Mexicans, my Chinese, my Japanese, all ethnicities to stand on your feet and lift up that hand. And you don't have to put the hand on your chest. You don't have to put your hands on the chest at all. You don't have to do that. But I need all y'all to stand on your feet and get out there and start singing with us. Lift every voice and sing to the head. Well, all right, I gotta learn the words, but hey, we gotta sing it. I sing it better when I'm with people. I know the word. I sing it better when I'm with people, though.
Because you're not singing when you with.
I'm singing it with people. You know, I play it so much, right? The crazy thing is, I'm playing it on the piano and everybody's singing it. So you know what I'm saying? I gotta go back and rehash the words, okay? But listen, I need everyone to stand. If you don't know the words, do like me. Just sing the melody. Hey, voice and sing in the head, but ring with the harmonies. Let me start singing for real. I got Amazon and people like, he can't sing for real. What is it? You know what I'm saying? But yes, everybody, the president's been set. NFL, I gotta give NFL kudos for that. NFL, we talked about you guys being racist for a long time. We talked about you guys having y'all racist moments. But this is one of the times, the lift every voice and say thing was one of those times where we actually have to give kudos and say, NFL, that was a great job. We appreciate you for doing that, NFL. That's a good look. I see you trying to heal. We try to heal. Y'all got what? 7 coaches, black coaches? Y'all got more black coaches? I see y'all trying to make that change. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to look at the man in the mirror and make that change. That's what we try to do, right? So listen, great job, NFL. I thought overall, who's that? Sandra Day, her day? That's something that at the Super Bowl. Let me see. Negro National Anthem. I want to make sure I say her name right. Andra Day. She sung the Black National Anthem, aka the Negro National Anthem. Lift every voice to sing. She sung that, and people did criticize it. There was some criticism and some people that did not like it.
Did you see it?
I did go back and watch it. She did an excellent job. There's a different rendition. It was dope. She tried to Whitney Houston it. She did. She tried to Whitney Houston it. You know what I'm saying? She tried to Whitney Houston. It's just amazing that, you know, sometimes we think we're further along, and then when you see, you know, bigotry and racism come out, you know what I'm saying? It comes out when it shows its head. You know, it's good because I was seeing comments like, you know, what's the Caucasian national? I said, these white folk crazy, man. These white folk don't lost their mind. They were asking, what was the Caucasian national anthem? Miss Jackson. They said the national anthem. I just think at the end of the day, it has to be Janet Jackson. That's what he was trying to say, Miss Jackson. I got to tell you, said Janet Jackson. That was his favorite. Yeah, I gotta agree. Janet Jackson was a favorite. She did kill that Super Bowl. That was a great Super Bowl. Her Super Bowl was better than Michael's, and Lord rest his soul, but there's the real talk it was.
Really?
Yes, it was. I'm not hating on Michael's Super Bowl.
It just service is good too, though.
You know, I don't even want to talk about cussing because you didn't let me go. You didn't give me a ticket. You went by yourself. And it's Valentine's Day. You went by yourself.
Technically, I went with my cousin.
Oh, so you went with your cousin, and you know I want to go see. I want to see Janet. Miss Jackson, this is nasty. But Oh, that was good. I thought it was good. I like I said, it was crazy with the amount of vitriol and the amount of hatred and the amount of bigotry that came out because of them singing the Negro national anthem at the Super Bowl. The Black National Anthem. I keep saying the Negro National Anthem. That's really what it originally called, but it's okay. The Black National Anthem. People say, well, it's only one national anthem. That's the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? That's the only national anthem. That's what we was like, okay, cool. We just said this is this is just showing pride of Black History Month to Black people with their national anthem. Let's not forget, we didn't start the racism in this country. You see what I'm saying? We didn't start the racism in this country, right? We didn't start with the separatism. We didn't start it. So, when we came with a national, we came with our own national anthem because y'all was, only thinking we was 1/3 of a person. So, we had to kind of get our own. Y'all was the one that came with Jim Crow. Yeah, this is reverse racism is crazy. Y'all the one that started separatism. You know what I'm saying? My wife said it's time for me to go. You know what I'm saying? She says, listen, and with that being said, she's right. It's time for me. But listen, I thought it was great. I thought Usher did a great time. The halftime Super Bowl was good. Everything was dope. Everything was fantastic. Listen tonight, and this is why I'm listening to my wife when she said it's time for me to get off. Because y'all know tonight is Valentine's Day. That's right. Play my music, turn my music back up. Sing the song of the night, brought to you by Jehovah's Music. Just stay with me. Alright, so listen. Today is Valentine's Day. You got about an hour and 45 minutes left. An hour and 40 minutes left. Listen, I want you guys to enjoy the rest of it. It's about love, loving each other. Now, y'all do know it's a leap year Valentine's Day. Y'all know what that means. Ladies, it's on you tonight. Fellas, you off the hook this year. I told my wife, I said, I'm off the hook this year. It'll be back to regular scheduled program next year. But this year, and my wife came through like she came through. She came through, and she took me out to dinner. We had a wonderful dinner, and she got me a gift. You gonna let me see the gift? You gonna let me see the gift later? I got to log off to get the gift. Alright, so she said I log off before I get the gift. She want me to show my gift. So, ooh, that must be a real special gift. She want me to wait to get off. I gotta go! She want me to wait to get off the camera so I can get my gift. I'm out, y'all. Y'all be good. We'll holler at y'all next time. My wife say, hey, I'm waiting on you to get off so I can give you your gift. Woo! I'm gone. Peace. Y'all be good. Blessings. See y'all next week. King Bo Show. We out.
Somebody